Get ready for some creative conversation with some coffee. We'll be talking to you soon on Never Mind the Furthermore. As soon as we get to the place we're supposed to be. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? And there it is. We'll see you in about 35 seconds.
10 seconds.
Now comes the part where we throw our heads back and laugh. Ready?
Ready!
How dare you!
Welcome to Never Mind the Furthermore, your morning dose of creative conversation and coffee with your host, Brian K. Morris, independent publisher, freelance hybrid author, award-winning playwright, Facebook famous YouTuber, and former mortician's assistant. Get ready to start your day off right.
And thank you for joining me. Good morning. It is Hump Day, Wednesday, January 19th, 2022, and welcome to Never Mind the Furthermore, the interactive creative conversation show where you get to guide the conversation. Yes, lucky you. You're in charge. Oh, dear. Anyway, if you're watching live, we welcome you. And if you're watching us the rerun, we really appreciate you. And if you're watching on the rerun, please leave a comment. We'll try to get back to you with a reply. Oh, we haven't had enough coffee and we've been up since 4 o'clock. So anyway, we'll muddle through the show together and hope you're having a good one so far. We want to say a thank you. We are to various and sundry people, not the least of whom is Jeffrey Hayes and Plasma Fire Graphics. Plasma Fire Graphics, when look at your show, man. You want to give yourself a reason to celebrate? After you finish your book, check out Plasma Fire Graphics on Facebook and also at plasmafiregraphics.com. They do a number of great covers and promotional graphics and even book trailers for many, many people in the independent field. Why? Because 1, Jeffrey Hayes is crazy talented. 2, he's easy to work with. And 3, his prices are very indie creator affordable. So definitely check him out and give yourself reason to celebrate too, okay? Anyway, it's Plasma Fire Graphics. Plasma Fire Graphics will look at your book matters to you because it definitely matters to your readers. We are a part of the Rising Tide Broadcast Network, a group of like-minded individuals who are helping each other grow their broadcast organizations. And later today, check out the original gangsta, John Celestri. He's going to give you some drawing tips and creativity boosts and just generally be amazing. This guy's got quite the resume. Check him out on IMDb. And also definitely check out his show and his back catalog. You'll be glad you did. And then tomorrow night, we've got a new episode of Comic Book Spectrum at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central with Eric Hawkins, Clyde Hall, Brian Rahman, and myself. We're going to review the latest comic books and talk stuff. We've got a few things to talk about this week that could get people's blood boiling. You just never know. So please tune in to the show. And speaking of welcoming comments, we welcome everyone to the show here. And let's see, let's get one graphic up here. I was enjoying that. Hope you are too. There we go. Remind people where you're at. Anyway, let's check out the comments as they are in here. And please leave a comment. And if I see it, and I like it, I will try to read it. And Carl Witzman does security sweep for bots under the chairs. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Carl Witzman. Hope you're doing well. Check him out at lulu.com. A great book, Mad Gasser Cheerleader of Calhoun County. And yeah, I expect our buddies to be showing up pretty soon. Speaking of showing up soon, Friday morning, we're going to have a talk with CARA Nicole. She's been on this show before, and Clever Tile Pinning. And she's probably one of the guests I get the most requests for to return. One, because she's spicy, she's salty, she's gorgeous, she is fun, she's brilliant. She is really brilliant. She currently has a Kickstarter for a mystery comic that she is doing. And it's off to a rousing start. It got funded in like 2 minutes. So it's not like we're going to be talking about, please give us your money. We're going to mention that, of course. But that's just how the business runs. But we're going to talk with CARA about her modeling, her cosplay, her creativity, and we hope you'll have some questions for her as well. So anyway, Carl, keep sweeping the room. I'm sure we're going to see those commie bedwetter bots any minute now. And Teresa Dunn, good morning, Brian. Brr, it's cold outside. Or I should do it. Brr, it's cold outside. Yes, it wasn't too bad when I was out at about 5 o'clock this morning. Seeing Cookie to work. Yes, Cookie is now on first shift at her job. She is, so far after 2 days, she is very much enjoying it. And we still are going to get out of here fairly quickly so we can make something for her so when she gets home. So anyway, we've got that to look forward to. And but anyway, she's really happy. And thank you to everyone who sent their congratulations to her about moving on to another shift. See, she's not like me. I'm nocturnal by nature. And this adjustment is, I will say, frankly, it's killing me. If I'm not here tomorrow or Friday, you'll know why I died. But no, because I'm mostly nocturnal, and I gradually over the years adjusted my schedule to accommodate Cookie having to leave at 4 o'clock to, like, when she was in the restaurant trade to do prep and all. But now that she had a later shift, I was back at my normal biorhythmic schedule, and in 3 days she made the shift back to early morning. Darn her. I, on the other hand, am struggling with it, which is why we have this very close at hand. And in it, I'm not saying I brewed it strong, but water is just a suggestion. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, we hope you're having a great week so far. And Teresa, please, darling, stay warm, all right? At 30 degrees Fahrenheit, Teresa, how about there? And hey there, Michaela Jade. Mwah. Hey, check out Michaela Jade's Tidbits and Scribbles on Monday night. And also check her out on Amazon. She's got the Warriors trilogy going. And check out our website at authormichaelajade.com. Sign up for a free newsletter. And I can hear the geese flying north in my office. What are the geese doing in your office? Oh my God! Get them out of there. Open a window, Carl. Geez, they'll poop all over the place. And Michaela, and yeah, the lovely weather girl said temps will be dropping all day. Yeah. I wish I'd gone into being a weatherman. I mean, I find meteorology interesting, just aside of fascinating, actually. And I wouldn't know an ISO bar from a Hershey bar, really. But anyway, candy bar. But anyway, it's we're supposed to have the same here. I think the temperature started out like in the low 40s this morning here. But by the time I have to go run errands, and I will, and so does Cookie, it's going to be down around freezing, if not considerably lower. Not as bad as it was a couple weekends ago, but still enough that we're still keeping the sweatshirts for the off hours. So anyway, and there's Donna, Carly, hey to Teresa and Michaela, good to see you. And yes, it's Donna, Carl, it's Donna, and I'm in such a good mood. I am even being nice to Donna this morning. That's right, Carl has only a day or two, and he officially becomes one of the retired. Prepare to be busier than you've ever been in your life, dude. And he's already looking at that sweet Social Security money. And you're nice to me every morning, says Donna, Carly. Don't ruin his reputation, Donna. And you're ruining the ex. See, I told you. And Michaela is laughing at them and woke up late this morning, so maybe it'll be a midday motivation. I may be needing that. Yesterday, I admit I felt really bad. Do I lay down or do I call the ambulance? Bad. And I think it's from adjusting, which I have not done yet. So I took a nap for the first time in months. No, I take it back. I had a short nap on Monday, inadvertently. I just closed my eyes in the chair. Next thing I know, Cookie's waking me up for dinner. And then yesterday I laid down for about 90 minutes because I only had about 4 hours of sleep the night before and got up a lot during that time. Last night, I had a little bit of insomnia, but I did fall asleep again. Woke up feeling fairly good. And I've had some coffee and breakfast. And so we're just going to soldier on through and see if I can stay awake till tonight. And okay, I'll just deal with the Sagittarius as a sheep crap. What? Sagittarius is a, huh? Okay. And she must have seen a Facebook post that a friend of mine made. Oops, it was nice knowing her. No kidding. There's going to be nothing left but the so-called friend, but a fine red mist in the memory, really. Damn, I'd backhand a mama bear standing over her cub before I'd mess with Donna. You know what I'm saying? And morning all from this Small Press Publisher. Good to see you, Joe D. McVie. Hey, please check out last Saturday's from the Small Press Publisher. Interesting show about are the bean counters ruining comic books? It is a very, very interesting article, and I think you'll enjoy watching it because I'm just finishing that up today. And morning, Brian and Madam Executive Producer, hope all is well. All is dandy. We got a story sent out yesterday. I am finishing up an introduction to it. It's the anniversary book for Captain Hawkland. And I have a story that is the sequel to Captain Hawkland and the Skyhook Pirates that I think everyone will enjoy. So, excuse me. So we don't have a high body count, but we do have quite a bit of mutilation in there. So do tune in for that when it comes out in a few months. And today we're working up a pitch for an anthology we'd like to be in, while we are editing The Terrors, my new book that it may not come out till the second quarter of 2022 because I am still toying with the idea of doing a Kickstarter for it. I am working up a side project for it that is half for me, and I think the readers will find it interesting too. So anyway, it's good to have you here, Joe D. McVie. Donna agrees with me. And Carl, there's nothing to watch. I said it all. 2 1/2 out of 5 points technically correct. Okay. And Grant Liker, good morning, guys. I'm on time from what's good for you, Grant. It's a sign of good character that you're here and promptly. Good to see you, sir. Hope your morning is going well. Much love to you and Angie. Everyone saying hello. And Trish Bankston, mwah, glad to see you here. Oh, I forgot to thank. That reminds me. Thank you, Trish. I forgot to thank my Patreon subscribers. Patreon is a monthly subscription service where you can support your favorite creators directly. And we are picking up new people all the time. We're really, really grateful to everyone who's signed up to help us keep the Rising Tide mission going. And if you'd like to help us and get some stuff in return, and if you'd like to see our exclusive blog, every blog deserves a name, and where we can have a one-on-one conversation there, because I reply to all comments on there, so there. But anyway, join these wonderful people on my page, which can be found at www.patreon.com/Brian K. Morris. And we'll take that down. Thank you, Trish, for being here. Love you, hon. Hope everything's going well. Hey, and also put in a link to that book you are trying to get funded. You were at 70% on Monday. Where are you now? And have another interview in 5, but wanted to stop by and say hello, Trish. You know I'm always glad when you do. Thank you for thinking of us, and good luck with your interview. Probably there by now. And hi, Trish. And hi, Carl, and everybody else. And liked and shared like a good friend. Trish, you are the best. Mwah. Have a good day. Yes, good luck from all of us. And morning peeps from Eric S. Hawkins, the Eric Hawkins, the pro slayer himself. Check him out on Thursday nights with us on Comic Book Spectrum. And then Drawn and Quartered, where he makes the professional, so-called professional artists cry like babies with his talent, because he is that good. Anyway, Eric, glad to have you here. And Tom Reed, hello, buddy, how you doing? I'm in charge, ball. Probably better to you than me, Tom. Tom, how are you, man? How is everything going? Much love from Cookie and myself to you and Mike and everybody in the land of Lincoln. Warmest regards from Hoosiervania. But anyway, glad to see you here, Tom. Tom's a dear friend of mine from back in East Central Illinois. We used to game together, one of the best game masters around, and a darn creative fellow. And I'm glad to see you here, Tom. Thank you for showing up. And Trish Bankson says, thinks it's backer polls or backer pause where we judge video that goes with Kickstarters. I like backer pause. I was on something like that with someone I won't name anymore, but that was a lot of fun because I find I am like right in the middle of judging. It's like I'm a little crankier than some people, but I'm also a little more lenient than others. But no, that sounds like fun. I'm going to definitely check that on the rerun. I definitely can't do it now. But anyway, have a good time, Trish. And morning, all new people who arrive, says Jody McPhee from Destin Small Press Publisher. Saturday nights on YouTube at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central, part of the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. And I don't know if you saw me mention last time you could be in my newsletter if you wanted, Trish. Take him up on it, Trish. I was in there. I have become a superstar ever since. Anyway, Eric Hawkins, my first book I'll be distributing for another creator, fully funded on Indiegogo. Yes, it's still 20 days to go on the campaign. Yay, Eric, good for you. Yeah. And John B. Pica, johnpica.com. Check out what this man does. Check him out on Patreon, also under Impossibilists. Good morning, Multiverse. Happy Boba Fett Day. Happy New Comics Day. That's right. That's where I'm headed right after this show. We're going to check out our comic mongers and see what delights await us. I think I'm missing at least, or 3 books are late, maybe 4. And anyway, the new shipments come in, and it's like Christmas, man. It's like going, you have to drive out to get it, but it's great. We're going to go out and do a little bit of running around when Cookie gets home, and first stop will probably be the comic shop. So it's a good time. It's a good time. And BKM is so nice. Why Donna never woke up early while I was working? Yeah. Well, Carl, if you'd married me, then maybe I would have. You'd never know. Anyway, Ted Davies Artistry. Good morning, all. Oh, he brought the cafefe. God bless you, Ted. Mwah. And Ted enjoyed the first shipment this morning. Thank you so much. Ted pays me off in coffee, and I'm doing some editing for him. So anyway, BKM, couple of comic recommendations for you. Rewrite Titans and Lunar Room. Great stuff. I know that the Rewrite Titans was in my shop last week. It looked tempting. I'm definitely going to check that out. And I have been requested to check out the Justice League versus the Legion of Superheroes. I can only hope it's good. I will see about that. But thanks for the recommendations, John. I always appreciate that, man. And Ted arrives with coffee. Yay! He's our hero. And Ryan Permison has shared this program. Thank you, Ryan, as always. And good morning, Nevermorians. How are you? Started reading graphic novels again, and it feels great to get back into those. Reviews posted on his Facebook page. Most excellent. And subscribe to the channel today for great nerdy content. Definitely go to the Nerd Culture channel on YouTube and put in that, and be sure to subscribe. It just takes a couple seconds, helps Ryan a whole lot. And do the same for the Brian K. Morris Rising Tide page too, if you would, because it helps us in the algorithms. It does. Oh, Covfefe. And Ryan also says, check out the latest episode of And I Quote with cosplayer Crayley Vanis. And she is a darling. I love her. She is a terrific cosplayer, wonderful lady. And also, Ryan is a great interviewer. So please check it out. And Michaela Jane says, I have a long list of things to get done today and the gumption to do none of it. So fake it till we make it is today's motto. Yeah, I hear you. I'm not quite on fumes yet because of the schedule change. But I'm getting there rapidly. Carl, I'm fine. But anyway, we're hoping for a 60-minute show today, and then might take a little smaller nap before Cookie gets home. But we also have a number of things to do for Stormgate Press, and then, like I said, I've got a new anthology I'm trying to get into. Oh, the fun just never ends. And Ryan Permison says, join us live Saturday for, and I quote, with artist Candace Comal-Leary. She is awesome. It's at noon Eastern, 11 Central. And I love Candace. She is a wonderful lady, and she's talented as all get out. And she has risen so fast in the last few years. I don't know how to say this as nicely as it deserves. But anyway, Candace was having a rough spell for a while, and she held on to her faith and grew her faith in herself. And with the help of a few loving people, she got on the fast track, and now she's enjoying the fruits of her success, which is a lesson for all of us. It's really great. And if you want to be a guest on And I Quote and join all the cool kids, he's live on Saturdays at noon, but he can tape in advance if you wish. And they have friendly conversation, which is true. And you can promote your products like no tomorrow, which we have been known to do. Oh, and I forgot to mention something here, but we'll finish up this. Okay, anyway, Michaela J says, if you'd like to sign up for my naughty newsletter, head to my website, authormichaelaj.com. Spell it out. That's right. And in case you missed it, check out the latest episode of Boba's Weekly Bounty with Phil and Phoenix of Distance Nerding Podcast. Check that out. Always a good time. But anyway, no, Ted Davies commemorated one of the show's highlights from 2021, where a wasp got into this studio. I am allergic to stings, and so although I like the Police music. Anyway, he sent me an illustration of me and my zero tolerance for wasps. So anyway, thank you, Ted Davies. It is a gorgeous piece of art. I gotta scan it later and put it in the queue here. Anyway, the Hitman Blog Talk 8. How's it going, Howie? He's very special. Good morning to you, Sir Brian, from all the travelers to you, and a very, very special welcome to you, Howie, and much love to you and the Rift. Hope you guys are doing well. And Jake's Wonderful Illusions. Good morning, Jake Lindsay. Hi, Brian. How are you? After recovering, I found out 6 people got the virus when I was out, and they got the original when I got Omicron. Yeah, it's something to remember, that the original variety, the original flavor of the My Sharona Miley Cyrus is still out there, as is the Delta. So at least Jake got the Omicron. He got it the other day. And we're glad you're still with us, Jake. But please be careful. And here's a bit of news. This morning, it went live, and the government is giving away 4 testing kits for COVID. And it's free. It's completely free. You just have to go to this post office website, and you get four kits. That's the limit you can get. But they're free. You don't even pay postage. And all you do is just put in your address and hit the green button, and you are off to the races. I sent for mine just to see what it is, what it's like. I'm sure Cookie wants to drive a Q-tip up into the base of my brain, but we'll see what happens after that. So anyway, Jake, I'm glad you're feeling better today. And Hitman Blog Talk Tips Top Hat. Well, a flipping of the fez to you, my friend. Hope you are doing well, as I hope for Willow Schuyler. How are you this morning? Beautiful morning, everyone. Morning to you. Hope your morning's going well, Willow. And Ryan Permisson said, join us live Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern for Boba's Weekly Bounty with sci-fi fantasy writer, Mary Fan of Crazy 8 Press. I know Crazy 8 Press. I like those guys. In fact, I'm part of them too. I have an article in this book here. It's a co-production between Crazy 8 Press and Becky Books. It's called Biff Bam Eyow, and it's essays on the 2nd season of the Batman television show from 1966 with Adam West and Burt Ward. And my essay is on Vincent Price, and I also will have one in the next book, which I don't remember the name of. Maybe it's in the back of here. I don't remember. But anyway, I'm a Crazy 8 Press too. Yay. But let's see. Maybe it's in the back. You can say hoping. Yes. The next volume will be called Oof, Boff, Splat. The Subterranean Blue Grotto Essays on Batman 66 Season 3. The best is yet to come. And I will have an article on Louis the Lilac and the declining production values of the show. So anyway, please check those out on Amazon. And it's the Peppermint Princess, the Willow Moy. Pronounced Willow Moai. Okay, I screwed that up. I screw up everything around here. The Willow Moai. Okay, thank you. And Ryan Permisson said, check out Cindy Cap at CKOEPP.com for your next great read. And please sign up for her newsletter too. And bring Cookie home. Better than being on first shift at the plant. I tell you that. I agree. And will there be a Comics Unlimited this week? Ted Davies, are you listening? And Jake's Wonderful Illusion, is tiredness normal after recovering from it? Like, I'm feeling okay, just really sleepy lately. Yes, that's perfectly normal, Jake. Your body has undergone a major infection, all right? And don't get complacent about it. Omicron still has been making people quite ill. But anyway, the fatigue is from your body having fought off the Omicron. The thing is, you generally, most of the time, a lot of people feel that like after a cold or after worst part of a cold, worst part of a flu, any sort of major surgery. So it's perfectly natural, Jake. It's not exclusive to the COVID. And have a great day, Nevermorians. Rising tide raises all ships. That's the goal, Ryan. Thank you for being here, brother. And Kirby, who? I believe they made vacuum cleaners. On Comics Unlimited podcast Thursday morning at 10, Glenn and Ted talk this artist we heard of. Kirby. I've heard of Kirby. Durward Kirby. He used to be the co-host with Gary Moore on his TV show. And John B. Pica, if you're promoting YouTube channels, would sure love your support at Back of the Cereal Box. Check out the Back of the Cereal Box Network. They've got some great programming. I love it to death. And January 30th, Michaela Jade will be in Cedar Rapids, Iowa at the Convention Center downtown. That sounds excellent. That sounds cool. I'll be at home typing, probably. Got a lot of work. And John Pica, this Saturday's Back of the Cereal Box presents the Multiverse fundraiser to benefit Valerie Perrine. Special guests include Carol Baskins, Noah Wiley, and Sarah Douglas. I love Sarah Douglas. Used to hang out with her at Metropolis occasionally. I doubt she remembers me, but anyway. She'll probably remember Cookie, though, in a good way. And you can join the fundraiser for free at YouTube.com/Back of the Cereal Box. Definitely check that out. Valerie Perrine has had some medical issues in recent years. For those of you who don't know that name, Valerie Perrine is probably most famous as Miss Eve Teschmacher from Superman, the movie with Christopher Reeve and Gene Hackman and Marlon Brando. She's also done some wonderful movies like Lenny, a biopic of Lenny Bruce starring Dustin Hoffman. Also did a wonderful movie on PBS way long ago called Steam Bath, written by Bruce J. Friedman, who used to work for the magazine division of Marvel Comics. There's trivia for you. But anyway, she has seen some declining health issues, and of course there are expenses in relation to that. Well, she has given us so much entertainment. The least we can do is give something back to her. So please watch the fundraiser this weekend. A lot of great guest stars, a lot of great interviewers like John Pica, Crayley Vanis, all kinds of wonderful people. Just tune into that and do what you can, okay? And Jake, I wonder how everyone here would feel about the emails and messages you've been sending to my clients and customers. Don't know about that. And this is something I think you need to take off of the line here. And love that drawing, BKM. Enjoy it. I do love it. I seriously do. This is so cool. Ted is also the artist on Grim 101. The second book will be coming out soon. But yeah, I had my finger. Ow! Too close to that wasp. He draws so realistically. But anyway, yeah. We had about 7 minutes of panic one day here at the compound. And Jake said, I just got a call from my boss just now. He told me he has it now. I'm happy I'm kind of immune to it now because I've had it. Now, the one thing is, Jake, keep in mind, you can be reinfected, but by mutations. So like if you caught the original strain of COVID or Delta, you could still catch Omicron. Or because you've got Omicron, that doesn't necessarily mean you can't catch Delta. So please remain vigilant and stay smart, stay safe, and wash your damn hands. All right. Anyway, Eric Hawkins says, ain't nobody going to stick that Q-tip up there far enough to get an accurate reading on a home test. Yeah. I understand. It's like a line from a novel called The Number of the Beast by Robert Heinlein. Cookie gave it to me when we were engaged, and she said, read this, it'll explain a lot about me. And I read it, and I'm like, I'm still marrying you. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, there was one point where they were traveling, this two couples, 2 men, 2 women, were traveling in this space-time vehicle, And one of the women was a doctor, and she said, I have put everything in here you could need, like testing for every disease known to man, an x-ray machine, even an enema kit. And her husband said, there's one thing you forgot to bring, 4 strong men to give me that enema. So anyway, I understand, Eric. I am with you. And I am not afraid to fight my doctors. So, and those test kits are amazing. You get 4 of them for free through the mail. They cost like $8 at CVS. If you can find one. In my area, there are none to be found, Jake. So anyway, there's an idea. Here's an idea. Ask a doctor. Well, I'm an internet rocket surgeon. Does that count for anything, Michaela? I like to think I keep up on the good side of science, but because remember, Jake, God created science. So yeah, I like this. I like Michaela's suggestion better. Ask a doctor. And I'm not talking Tom Baker or Peter Davison. And John B. Pica says, anyone recovering from COVID, you will feel tired for up to a full year later. Yeah. Yeah, I know John caught it, about a year and a half ago? I don't mind telling you, I was a little nervous because I saw John on a Saturday in October, and we hugged, and we had taken every precaution, and we had our shots and everything, and we wore our masks, and we took them off long enough to take a selfie with each other. Then the next day, John checks into an ER and sends Brian into a tizzy. Because I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to die. Because I'm a hypochondriac. I am not as bad as I used to be, but it's still tough to fight. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, from Nessa Small Press Publisher, good one, Eric Hawkins. I concur. I definitely concur. And the fundraiser is led and organized by Kelly Gutner. That's right. I meant to say her name. I was trying to list everybody. You know how you have more than one name in your head and you try to list everybody, and thus you can't remember anyone. That was my problem. Thank you, John B. Pica. Kelly Gutner, who I adore. She is wonderful, and she's a terrific hostess on the back of the Stereo Box Network, too, so please check that out. And tips for getting stuck on your stuck on your writing anyone? Tips for getting stuck on your writing anyone? On the show the other night, the shower was mentioned, or long walks. J. Michael Straczynski wrote that great book that I've been touting like I'm in a cult. Becoming a writer, staying a writer, and he did the same thing. And I find this myself. I give my head a problem. I give my head a lot of problems, actually, but I give my mind a problem. Then I walk away from it. I watch YouTube videos or plug in a movie or something, and usually a few minutes later, I've got the answer. So yeah, you're not having that's the alleged writer's block, are you? I hope not. And I believe libraries have test kits too. Jake, it depends on what county you're in and what the local health department does. And name a book that helped in your writing journey. Wow. Oh, I've got several. Writing popular fiction by Dean R. Koontz. In fact, I came across my copy the other day and found an inscription my late mother had put in there for me. Yeah, it was a moment. I'd also say On Writing by Stephen King, the aforementioned book by J. Michael Straczynski. I'm trying to think what else I've got. I've got some Telling Lies for Fun and Profit by Lawrence Block is a very good book too. And plus I've read some good books on comic books from Scott McCloud and Dennis O'Neil and Stan Lee. So anyway, I nearly died. I'm an expert, says John B. Pica. But he came back. That's the good part. And Ask Amy Hale. Yeah, oh God, yes. I was with Amy last year at Cape Con. We were having dinner together, and we had settled down for some after dinner drinks, and it kicked in. Their COVID kicked in, and suddenly, see, one of the potential effects, Jake, and be cautious about this, because I hear there is a treatment for it. But some people reported losing their sense of smell. John and Amy both had serious COVID, serious, life-threatening COVID. and it messed with their brains to the point where it kicks in periodically where their sense of taste goes totally awry. Not just away, but awry. And suddenly they're drinking something or eating something they absolutely know they like. Then a bite later, it tastes like poison. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, Amy Hill had it bad. I've known other people who have had it. And yeah, but just, talk with a qualified medical professional, Jake. No one from the internet, okay? No one, not even anyone in your church. Talk to a doctor. And Jake says, I'd ask a doctor, but currently I'm trying to find one. My former said I was too old for his services. That could be if he's a pediatrician, but you should be able to find a doctor. Anybody, help me out here. How would Jake find a doctor in his state? He lives in Ohio. I'll put it out there. Let's get some help from you guys, okay? And Carl Wilson said, I just got a reminder on my calendar about tidbits and scribbles. Something that I should know, Michaela, today. And is today Monday again? Yes, it is, darling. I look forward to Michaela Jade's tidbits and scribbles tonight. Let's see if they fall for it. And BKM, I'm an empathetic hypochondriac. Amen, brother. High fives to you. 2 sets of high fives to you, man. No wonder we get along. No wonder we're friends. Which means I start feeling symptoms people only talk about. Oh God, I do too. Yeah, and it's one of those things where I'll read something in a book and I'm about a disease and I'm like, oh my God, I've got it. I can't read the short story "Death Be Not Proud," and it's about a very lovely woman who has brain cancer. It's a very depressing story. And I've read it like twice in high school and once in college. And every time I did, I started getting symptoms. Particularly migraines. I was getting these horrible migraines from reading this book. And so it's like, if I don't read this book, I'll be fine. And sure enough, I don't get too many migraines because I haven't read that book in 45 years. Yeah, I think the last time I read it, I was 20 or something like that. And never liked the story anyway. It was so dark and depressing. I'm glad people like it, but it just wasn't for me. And it made my head hurt. It could be, says Carl Witzman. And John B. Pica, when I get stuck writing, I jump in the pool and swim laps. Beautiful, beautiful. I think the idea is give the problem to your brain. And then just get as far away from the writing as possible for a time. Whether it's going in the shower, doing laps in the pool, going down to the gym and exercising like a madman. Yeah, that's a good suggestion, John. And no writer's block for me, just redirecting. Okay, that's cool. That is very, very cool. And good morning, Brian and crew from Monica's Cheap and Easy. Well, that's one of my favorite restaurants. How you doing? Anyway, John Pica, Jake, Walgreens has the Bimax home testing kits. Ours, local ones, does not. We had a run on them. And let's see, is there a comic dealing with the Lion King? I'd be interested in buying one. Eric Hawkins, help me out, or Clyde Hall, if you're listening, or anyone. I don't know that there's been a Lion King comic per se. There might be like a graphic adaptation of it somewhere, a children's book, but I'm not aware of any regular comic book about Lion King. Is that your new obsession, Jake? Okay. Carl Weston said, I read a book that talked about Douglas Adams and how he wrote it. One time the BBC locked him in a hotel room and would trade a piece of pizza for so many pages of script. Talk about motivation. I seem to recall at one point Harlan Ellis, the great Harlan Ellison, had a similar situation. He was supposed to be writing a TV. It was back in the 60s when he was writing a lot of TV scripts. And he was up on the deadline, and the producers locked him in a men's room and said, you're not coming out till you're done with the script. He shoved a typewriter and some paper in there with him. And so Harlan managed to climb on top of the toilet and shinny out the window. Harlan, I understand, was pretty good at evading deadlines, but he's crazy talented, so you could get away with it. But yeah, I hadn't heard that either, Michaela. Somebody could do that with me. I mean, we've got some really great pizza places here in Lafayette. By God, I'd write you a novel for for a slice of that pizza. And BKM has been side by side with me in the hails when we had COVID, and he has been unscathed. Are you immortal? No, I'm immoral, is what it is. It's obscene how I'm getting along. And that's the thing, John. In all honesty, I keep telling people, I keep feeling it's coming closer. I'm going to catch it. I really am. Because I do I wear a mask most places in public. I am full on my inoculations. Okay. I have one shingles shot to get and one pneumonia shot to get. Oh, and I've got to get a tetanus shot too. So it's 3. But I'm in the last, 10 months. I have taken so many shots because I turned 65. I was telling somebody the other day, I feel like a pincushion. I really do, like a voodoo doll. So anyway, seriously. I think it's I know you and we were masked most of the time we were together, but side by side, it wasn't very long now. With Amy and John, I have spent time with them unmasked. So I keep thinking it's getting closer. It's going to happen one of these days, I'm sure. They chose pizza because they could slip it under the door. He was way behind on the radio scripts. That sounds like a Douglas Adams kind of thing, though, doesn't it? And Monica's Cheap and Easy says, I lost my sense of smell, too, and my sense of taste was slightly diminished. Yeah, like I said, I've got friends. I've got one friend that caught the original strain very early. And last time I checked with him, he still doesn't have his sense of smell or taste back. Now, I have heard that some people have had success with certain kinds of essential oils. And it's not necessarily you rub it in and you're cured. It's that they use the sense to retrain the brain to it's like therapy. They're like with a stroke victim, they're retraining the brain to register certain aromas as something pleasant. So I'm not fully sure of the entire process. I've heard differing accounts, and I don't think it's anything that is endorsed by any branch of the AMA. So anyway, Carl, should we do that with George R.R. Martin? There you go. You have to put in whole pizzas for him. And Eric Hawkins, I like a rye. What's wrong with a little rye? I know some people don't like a rye, but bread, rye whiskey, all good. Hey, those are the kinds I like. And I like rye humor. But anyway, I know the answer for Jake. Health insurance is my time for money job. There we go. Yes, let John B. Pica's wage slavery work to your benefit. No, seriously, John's a wealth of information. I would consider him a trusted source. So, and I trust him enough to go to johnpica.com every now and then to check out what the amazing guy is doing. And here we go. Your state board of health should be able to help. Thank you, Monica's Cheap and Easy. That would work. Like here in Lafayette, we'd go to the Tippecanoe Public Health Board. Very good suggestion. Thank you, Monica. And Carl Wisman, welcome to the health program. Don't make me come in there. Yeah, I know. And Nick Tucker, good morning, Nevermorians. Hope everyone has their plans coming together. Mine are, dude. Mine are definitely coming together. Like I said, I'm sending off a proposal for another anthology. And I'm probably in the next day or two going to start working on another chapter for a project that is kind of on the down low, but also editing the Terrors, getting that done. So that's been working out pretty well. So hold on. Much better. That's what that button's for, I think. You don't need to hear me sneezing. But anyway, I hope yours are too, Nick, and I hope you're making progress on your various game projects too. I know I speak for everyone saying get her done. And there might be an online directory for doctors looking for new patients. I feel Google can help with looking that up. Excuse me. Oh, I think I've been reading too many of Jake's posts here. I'm starting to come down with it. But anyway, told you I'm a hypochondriac. But no, that's an excellent idea. I know that my local healthcare system has a page for doctors that are looking for new patients. So, Jake, there is another avenue. Thank you, Willow. Thank you, John. Thank you, everyone. And Walgreens restocks every Tuesday, says John B. Pica. Yeah, but I think it's a supply chain issue where we have been out of testing kits all around Lafayette, Indiana, and West Lafayette for at least a month. In fact, for a while they were having testing kits being sold out of Dollar Tree, which was, I don't know if I trust the Dollar Tree, the COVID testing kit, but I'd give it a shot. But anyway, let's see. Oh, and Walmart had some Disney comics last year, $1 each, but I don't remember if Lion King was one of them. I don't either. Now, I forgot about those, Eric. I know they had a Mickey Mouse. I think a Little Mermaid. And I can't remember the other two, but I'm not sure that Lion King was one of them, but it might be. I don't know that they're still there, Jake. I saw them at two Walmarts, one here and one in Watseka, Illinois, and both times they were in, of all places, the sewing section, the crafts section. So anyway, Lion King, IDW did do a Disney All Ages series of the Lion King. Okay, thank you, John. I haven't followed those for years, so thank you, John. I appreciate the information. So yes, Jake, IDW, Idea Designs and Works, it is a very prominent comic book publisher, did do a Disney All Ages series of The Lion King. They might have it in graphic novel form, in which case you could probably either order it from your library or order it from Amazon, John. John, would you agree with me? But Jake, you might look on Amazon, see if they've got it, okay? And I need all your opinion. In my show, I'm using songs from the Blues Brothers. Which songs would you recommend? Like, they're all good, but I don't know which ones people would like. Jake, don't use it. Don't use any of it. We have had this discussion before. Those are copyrighted. And if you were to get caught using them, one, you wouldn't be able to use those videos with that music on YouTube, as you're likely to get a copyright claim. Also, they could put a claim. They could put a strike on your channel too if you put it on YouTube. Plus, you might wind up owing the songwriters and performers money. Your best bet is to go to YouTube Studios and find similar music. It'll take time, but it's worth it. So I'm not going to. I'm going to recommend none of them. None of them, Jake. We've had this discussion before. And Arnie's, yes. We live very close to an Arnie's. We need to go out there, Monica. And I saw the tour company on the Lion King Broadway musical last night. It was awful, awful. Oh, no. Well, if it's the stuff that I think NBC's been doing, I hear they used to be a major broadcasting company. Some of the live adaptations have been better than others. I'd like to see the Rocky Horror Show, and Annie looked pretty good, too. But there's been some of them like, oh, bless your little heart. Anyway, but yeah, I guess you gotta like it. And Brian, BKM, what's your blood type? What's your vitamin D levels? Last time I had the vitamin D checked, John, I was within normal parameters, and my blood type, I believe, is O positive. I think I'm whatever the universal donor is. I think that's O positive, and which makes me more of a target for the virus. I'm gonna die. Anyway, Michaela J says Warriors Honor will be out soon. I'm still shooting for a March release date. I lost and then found 9,000 words yesterday. Wow. So today has to be a good day, right? Darling, if you found 9,000 words yesterday was a damn good day. You know what I'm saying? And if you got something to add today, it's an even better day. So way to go. Way to go. Yeah, what I've been working on, and I'll say it right here, if I do a Kickstarter for the Terrors, which I'm very with the next book, what I'm working on, and this may not mean anything to you, Michaela, but to the comic readers out there, I'm going to be doing something very similar to the Who's Who in the Marvel Universe. And I've already talked with my illustrator about it, my chief illustrator. And it's going to have illustrations of the characters along with most of the characters, at least the primary ones. And it's going to have life history, some stuff that you read it, it'll make the books make even more sense than they do. And Cookie's helping edit, so you know they're going to make sense. So anyway, no, that's a great idea. But anyway, if I do a Kickstarter, that is going to be one of the thank you gifts in there. I'm looking at like a really modest Kickstarter, maybe about, under $1,000, but mostly to get new customers and to increase my newsletter coverage. Anyway, Willow, says John B. Pica. And just Jake's Wonderful Illusions, just being curious, how did I get Omicron but not the original COVID? Is Omicron more contagious? Yes, it has less harmful effects than the original, and certainly more than the Delta, which could be quite catastrophic. But it is also, it's easier to catch Omicron. It has extra the lipid receptors, I think they're called, which are the parts that stick to like the mucous membranes, and that once it does that, that's when it starts replicating. Because science. This is why we are urged, all cool people are telling you to be smart, be safe, and wash your damn hands. Because and this notion is actually over 200 years old, that the soap actually breaks down the lipid part, the part that glues the thing to your lung lining, and it just floats away. It just basically the disease floats away on your hands. You can't, of course, put soap in your lungs unless you were a very conservative right-winger about 2 years ago. But anyway, you wash your hands, and then that's why you scrub. That's why you're rubbing, because you're rubbing all this stuff in and getting the cooties to get nice and soapy. The stuff will break down after about a couple of seconds. Then you rinse liberally and put your hands under the water and just keep rubbing them. Make sure you're rubbing everywhere and wringing your hands and everything. I can now do it with both hands. I'm trained now in COVID washing. And when you're done, the disease will be off your hands. Okay? And Sarah Darling, good morning. Ready to head to Toontown, Matt Toon. And here for a little bit, already liked. Well, you are not just liked, you are loved, darling. Mwah! We'll check in with you later, Sarah. Hope you have a great morning. Nick Tucker, Brian, be careful what you say about yourself and things that you claim to expect. Our words have power. That is why we call them spells. That's true. I'm luring them in with a sense of false security is what it is, Nick. I am invulnerable. And IF, that's right. In what is it? Information file. I watch Doctor Who. And yes, no, I am aware of the law of attraction, and I'm concerned but not scared. Let's put it that way, which is why I wear a mask. And Nicole's world is simple. She likes simple. Simple will get her killed. Keith will get her to. Warriors Honor coming soon to retailers near you, says Michaela Jade. She would know. And yeah, that's great. And agreed, Nick. What about me? Okay, I'll shut up. Okay, it ain't getting me. It ain't getting me. It ain't getting Cookie. It ain't getting any of you now. All right. And Rick Bradley, good morning to you. Speaking of people who are under the weather, not Rick, but his son Donovan. Hope he's feeling better today. Hope you are too. And I found out that my new medication may not play nice with caffeine. So yeah, today is a experimentation of dread. Oh my God. Well, that's the thing. One of my heart meds doesn't, it basically is neutralized by grapefruit. I love grapefruit juice. Oh my God. I used to buy the big jugs of grapefruit juice, stick them in the fridge, and it'd be, I'd start drinking in the morning and they'd be gone by noon. I mean, I love that stuff. I'd be peeing for the next 2 days solid, but it was worth it. And now I can't have it. That's annoying. So I feel your pain, but the thing is, you also could be, you could talk to your doctor. Now, my doctor's actually given up the fight to get me to give up caffeine, because I told him I'll give up the medicine before I give up caffeine. He's like, Brian, you need to cut out caffeine or you'll have a heart attack. I'm like, caffeine's all that's keeping my heart going, doc. Find something else. But anyway, good luck, Nick. Keep us posted, man. And your insurance carrier has an online web portal that you can look up providers in your network. Thank you, John B. Pica, Jake Lindsay. Write this down. Your insurance carrier has an online web portal that you can look up providers in your network. That makes perfect sense. Thank you, John, for offering that. And also, Keisha Acuff has a book out right now, too. Give it some love. Also, beautiful cover on that thing. And check it out. Available on Amazon. It's awesome. And Monica's Cheap and Easy says, I hate Walgreens. It took me 2 weeks to get my meds because they never had a pharmacist on duty. Wow. Is this recently? Monica, I hope they've solved this problem. That's the thing. It's like I used to go to Payless. Now I go to CVS because Cookies insurance works better there. And problem is, it's like, except for a couple people, it's like a revolving door in those places. I don't know what the problem is, but they give good service. And Rick Bradley is feeling worse today than yesterday, trying to get a test scheduled, and it is practically impossible. Oh man, good luck. Well, earlier, now the things won't be sent out till late January, but you can get testing kits from the government. I think USA Today Online had something about it. Yeah, USA, that's where I got it. USAtoday.com. Check them out. They had an article today on how to get the testing kits. Get them as quick. If you think you'll need them, get them as fast as you can. They're sure to run out soon. Okay. I got mine in. But all I know is it's supposed to ship in late January. That's all. So anyway, Rick, you please take care, brother. And, we can postpone tonight too. And Jake, we have had these conversations over and over. Why do you keep asking the same questions? Good question. And that is a huge problem indeed. And Monica Cheap and Easy says, I know people who have used original works and still gotten crap from YouTube over. Yeah. The thing is though, and I have been copyright claimed about, it's been about 12 times now. And I have fought off all but 2 successfully. Okay. And 2, it was legit. And it was somebody that was on the show that had used music that they did not have the rights to. And sometimes the rights involve, you can use this, you can download it onto your music carrier of choice, but you can't put it in a video. You can't put it in a commercial broadcast such as this. Because we do have paid advertising. We are a commercial broadcast. And if you want to be to have your ads put on here the way we do Plasma Fire Graphics, contact me, because we do accept advertising space. Okay. So check us out. Contact me directly on Facebook or at bkmorris56@gmail.com. Allow a couple days for my reply because I don't check it all the time. So anyway, but yeah, they have. But these things can be fought, and actually, YouTube is pretty good about giving you the tools to do it. So I have no claims on any of my videos so far. And Carl Westman says, right, Monica, best to be original. Exactly, and that's why YouTube Studio is so good, in that they are all Creative Commons. It means there's no copyright on any of them, and to get into that studio, you cannot then license it to be maintained, by someone else, like those scammers that we fought, Carl, a couple weeks ago. There are some organizations that do have bots that look for use of their work, and it can claim it. Like we've had claims like before the show's over. So anyway, we had one bot a couple weeks ago that was trying to claim like every inch of the program. And so we wrote back, and then we blocked them, and oddly enough, our problems went away. So yeah, best to be original. But yeah, YouTube, but some people would like get on a service like YouTube and then find someone to manage their on their digital rights. But you can't do that if it's found on YouTube Studio Music. In fact, the music for that begins and ends every comic book spectrum I found on there. Joe D. McPhee has done the same thing from the Small Press Publisher, and I love that music. Every time I hear that, I've heard other people use that same music, Joe D. McPhee, and I cannot help but think of you, and that's a good thing. Rick Riley says, I agree, John. My son tested positive, and he's holding up well. If it continues like it is with me, I'm going to be the biggest baby ever. Not until I catch it. And Michaela, you found the lost work? Great. Yay. In 8 days till what you ask. I'm not telling. You'll have to watch my YouTube channel. And Michaela, I'm sorry about the other night. I couldn't be on. I barely made it to bedtime. So, So, and Cookie needs some extra love anyway. So, hopefully next Monday I will be on next episode of Tidbits and Scribbles. And let's see. And Jake's Wonderful Illusion says, I'm into Lion King now because I'm studying how to do safari-themed shows and African animal tricks, and the Lion King musical is amazing. The visuals and music is awesome. You still shouldn't use it. You still should not use it. Seriously. And Michaela laughs at Carl. And A Cup Creations, hello, beautiful people. Mwah, hello, beautiful you. How are you doing? Please pick up Keisha A Cup's brand new book on Amazon. She's awesome. And bensounds.com is your friend when it comes to royalty-free music that you can use for videos. All you have to do is credit the site in the description or video. Exactly. I'm happy to give them credit. And I heard the theme that we use on Comic Book Spectrum. It starts with that, and it's kind of driving, got the drums going, a little bit 60s, almost rockabilly style. And the minute I heard that, I said, that's the theme to our show. That is the theme to the show. So glad to snag it. And Rick Radley says, John B. Pica, unfortunately, the government has done little to nothing to make testing easy and accessible. Urgent care may be your best option. Yeah. That's very true. I agree. And Omicron is 200 times more contagious. Yep. A lot easier to catch this one, Jake. That's why you probably got it. And hey, Keisha, just mentioned your book. Keep listening, says Carl Witzman. Yes, indeed. And Rick Bradley says, John, I've even called the urgent care places around, and either they put me on indefinite hold or they say they are all booked up. Wow. Well, that's the thing. I've mentioned it here, that we live an hour from Indianapolis. And all of our local hospitals are officially filled. I have, and it's happening all over the country. Indianapolis, last I heard, was like this side of saying, stop like we were sending our people, our sick people to Indianapolis because they have more resources than we do. And last I heard, Indianapolis is right on the cusp of saying we can't take them now either. So, don't get sick, people. All right, and Trump could put soap in your lungs, and a spring in our step. That's right, John, and a chicken in every pot, or pot in every chicken. That stuff's getting legal now. But yeah, that's as political as we're getting, folks. And Monica's Cheap and Easy says, I feel it is so contagious because the symptoms are so mild that people don't realize they have it and are spreading it. That's a viable theory. I also, and also like John said, it is actually more communicable. And correct me if I'm wrong, John, I believe that the window for incubation is shorter than the other two. So anyway, Rick Bradley, that's awful. Yes, seriously. Rick Bradley says, maybe I should have saved my pee this morning and put it in a vaporizer. People are funny. Oh, God. Paint a picture with words, Rick. What's that smell? Oh, dear God, it smells like asparagus. Anyway. Why do I think of this stuff? Anyway, it's all your fault, Rick. And he's high-fiving himself right now. Awareness instead of concern. That's just my wording preference. I like that. And good morning to Molly Daniels. Mwah, how you doing, sweetheart? And Jake says, but one thing that Omicron did for me, it got rid of my pop addiction. I now drink only one pop a day, where I used to drink 6. I now drink 6 bottles of water a day. Far better for you, young man. I've gone back to drinking more water than coffee, in fact. So, which is why I pass out around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Donna Carlene says, Monica, that's almost as bad as CVS. Plenty of pharmacists, but none seem to be filling scripts. I moved to Meyer where I don't have to wait 2 days to pick up a script. Yeah, ours keeps running around like a Chinese fire drill. So it's, as the old saying goes. But I don't, and they wait on you in a prompt manner, but they're so busy for doing so few customers, except they've got a long drive-in frequently. And my employer has started doing on-site testing. I think we're going to see a lot of them. My on-site employer does not do that, but Cookie says, no, you're fine. Anyway, my dad just saw a news blurb. They are training dogs to smell coronavirus. I have heard that. I don't know how the hell that would work. I really don't. And Keisha Acuff has a new book, Him. And so does Kelly Gutner, Thin Ice. Oh, I hope it's the sequel to the one she wrote years ago. Kelly wrote a great book about Scorcher, I think it was. Good book. Really, I've been nagging her to get a sequel out. But yay! Get that work out there, people. The world needs you. Swear to God, we need some distraction anymore. And that's one thing. I'm also starting research on another potential franchise thing. It's and it's I can't say anything more about it. I've kind of like got a handshake NDA on it, but it's a character created by someone who created a very, very popular character that has been in comic books, movies. I don't think radio though. Definitely been in serials, at least a couple of them. A lot of comics. But anyway, I'm doing the research on the character that this writer created, and that's not that other character. But anyway, I'm excited, and I've already looked into the book. It sounds so good. And while Brian has errands today, any more promotions for book arts and shows? Yeah, please. Let's have them all. All right. And still no word on my children's book cover. Emailed the publisher last night. Oh man. And Russ Exposed Studio. Hey Russ, how you doing, man? I haven't talked to you in ages. Haven't been tagged by you in any of your promotions lately. When did you stop doing that? And we get people, says John B. Pica, trying to make copyright claims on back of the cereal box all the time. Yeah, and I know you're probably just as careful as I am about it. You know, this is funny. I think you'll appreciate this, John. There are these people called First Amendment auditors and sovereign citizens that do these YouTube videos, and they claim that they are outside the touch of the law, except when they need someone arrested, of course. But anyway, without going into a rant about those morons, there are, you know, when they go up to try to engage and enrage the police, some police have been pulling out their cell phones and playing copyrighted music, and these guys scatter like a kitchen light, like roaches under a kitchen light. You know what I'm saying? They're like, you stop doing that, you stop playing that music. And he goes, yeah, come on, you can go over and talk to me. You know, and they're playing like All You Need Is Love by the Beatles or something like that. So anyway, Russ Explode says, miss you all, work has been insane. Well, then we got to get you out of there, brother. We got to get you out of there. This is the year 2020. Put this in your heads, people. There's opportunity out there. And I think we're going to see several of you, even in this chat today, they're going to round a corner. And I'm going to work to be there with you. And it involves putting out product, putting yourself out in front of the public with your mask on, of course, and taking control of the air. No more victims. We're done. No more victims on this show. We are going to take control of our year. All right. You have my word. I'm working on it. And awareness and mindfulness are great words. I've learned works with only one word change. Exactly right, Sarah. Mwah. And hello, Brian. Please stay healthy. John Celestri, since you asked me, I will do it, sir. I was fatalistic, but now I'm saved. But anyway, no, John, thank you very much. And check out John Celestri's show today, this afternoon, on the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. It is a great show, and John Celestri is a great guy. We're glad to have you here, John. Hope your morning's going well, my creative friend. Nick Tucker, LukeStudio.com, because Luke is slowly building back. I know. Oh, no, not you, Russ. Oh, God, I just got over Flurona. Oh, man, I do hope you're better, dude. What was it, the Omicron version or what? But anyway, we're going to learn a new word today, kids. It's Flurona. All right. And that is where you catch simultaneously the coronavirus and the flu. And yes, it can be done. There are not many cases of it in the world, but it is icky, which is why I'm glad I had my flu shot for this year and my booster shot. So anyway, get those shots, people. All right. And Jake's going to ignore our live show advice until he ends up paying a $25,000 fine per violation. That is right. Yes. Here's a story. I found someone that had done an inadvertent act of plagiarism. This was several years ago. And they were going to let it sit until I explained a few things. One, when Amazon catches you plagiarizing, they kick you off of Amazon completely. And it's not just that they won't let you sell your books on Amazon. They won't let you buy books on Amazon. How angry does Amazon have to be that they won't take your money? I ask you that. It's a legal thing. And it's theft. It's thievery. It's breaking a commandment. And these places can charge you up to $25,000. And sometimes if the plagiarism is egregious enough, there could be 6 months in jail, or 6 months in prison. Excuse me. There's a difference. Believe it or not, there is a difference between prison and jail. Jails are temporary. Prisons may not be. But anyway, it's a potential 25,000 per violation and 6 months in prison. Keep that in mind. Be original. And yeah, says Jake, Jake's Wonderful Illusion. I'm not using music from Lion King. It's music from zoos. A zookeeper told me the copyright free music they use, and that's what I use. Okay, good. But your Blues Brothers that you asked about, though, same thing. You don't want to be using anybody else's music. Find something original. And Monica Cheap and Easy says, I had to go to the ER to get tested. Yeah, I was trying to get tested a few months ago for antibodies. And at the time, nobody had a reliable way to test for them in this entire county. Pardon me. I talked to my healthcare provider, and she said the only way they could test it at Arnett IU, who is my healthcare provider, they said we can only do it if you have COVID symptoms. And I'm like, that doesn't make a lot of sense. And they're like, nope, that's the way we got to do it. Which I can imagine. They probably have hypochondriacs like me going in every 2 hours to get tested. So anyway, hi, Russ Explodes. Glad you are back. Nicholas Stockard, I agree with you. Glad you're here, Russ. Hope all is well. How's your son doing? And Jake's Wonderful Illusion. And it wasn't going to be the actual songs from Blues Brothers. It's from Kevin MacLeod. He does royalty-free blues songs. Okay, you said Blues Brothers music. So you should have given us this information to begin with, Jake. You can't get an accurate answer unless you ask the properly defined questions. So you asked about Blues Brothers music. And now the thing is, if Kevin MacLeod does cover versions of Blues Brothers, you're still in the hole. You're still in trouble. If they do like Rubber Biscuit, if they do their version of Rubber Biscuits, you're still violating copyright because you've got the publishing house involved. Anyway, Willow Skyler says, watch the return of Pillow Talk. People had an interesting conversation with Keisha, Ryan, and Crayley. Ooh, I bet that was good. Looks like fun. And anyway, get on the pillow with Willow. Check out her shows. She is such a good broadcaster, and she's beautiful, and I love her, and she's smart. And John B. Pica, based on numbers in the Northeast, the Omicron numbers are dropping dramatically. I read that this morning. Who was it? Oh, USA Today had it online. The CDC has estimated full herd immunity by March, which is about right historically. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That would be close to the Spanish pandemic, wouldn't it be? And last I heard, 80% of the American population has had at least one shot. And probably 60% have had full inoculation. That's and I believe that is both shots or the single Johnson & Johnson along with the booster. So we are approaching herd mentality. Now, here's the thing. Anyone who doesn't get a shot is a communist, okay? Because the USA leads the world. We're monstrously down in terms of population getting the vaccine. Other countries are like really low. New Zealand, the lady that runs that country is a boss. She isn't afraid to get draconian. All right. Same with Australia. Great Britain's a crap show. It might be worse than we are. That's the only place. And it doesn't help that their leader is never mind. Anyway, but the thing is, it's going to take a while to empty out the hospitals is the thing. So while we do get herd immunity, the hospitals are going to be jammed up for a little bit longer. So unfortunately, that's just the way it works. Sarah, only responding to what I hear and not the chat as I'm making sure I don't forget to take anything as I head out. Love you guys. Not intended to ignore anyone. Hazmat hugs. Well, sweetheart, you are worth hugging through all that protective material, sweetheart. Mwah, you have a good day. And thank you for being here. And Will Skyler enjoyed the talk about breakfast cereal, says Molly Daniels. And Jake's Wonderful Illusion from drinking more water. I feel way better because of the caffeine withdrawals while drinking all them. Yeah. And also the sugar, too. There's enough sugar in there. I stopped drinking. I used to drink like at least 2 liters rather of soda every day. And I quit drinking that and went to coffee and water, mostly water, if I'm smart. And I dropped about 10 pounds almost immediately. And I started feeling better. The only time I ever have soda is like if I'm traveling and I need that sugar rush to get me through the night, because I drive at weird hours of the night to get home to my honey. And then what was it? And there's one pizza place in town has this really great analog to to Mountain Dew called was it Ski? I like Ski. It's very, very delicious. I've been drinking that at AZ Pizza, which is all over the state of Indiana. Please check it out. It's a good store. That's about the only times I get sodas. I occasionally I have some sodas around the house. I take it back. I have some sodas that I use as mixers in some drinks. I like a rum and coke late at night. Helps Ryan sleep. Anyway, in a coma. And hi, Nicholas Tucker says Russ Explode Studios, and thank you, Molly says Willow Skylar. And Thin Ice is the sequel to Scorcher. That is the best news I've heard all day, John. Yeah, because I liked Scorcher a lot, and I'm looking forward to Thin Ice. I've been writing her tale for years. When are you gonna get that sequel written? When are you gonna get that sequel? Of course, then again, I'm the one who's like, how many years? I'm going on 8 years for a Volcana sequel. So, yeah, Thin Ice is what I'm on. And dogs smelling out the plague would work the same as ones who can smell out diabetic issues. Notice Carl hasn't mentioned her latest book. Well, what's up with Carl? Good heavens! Well, he's still in pre-orgasmic ecstasy about 2 days from now. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I need to look that up now. That is interesting how that would work. I wonder what changes happen, like in your sweat or whatever, that makes you able to smell, like disease victims. I know about crack users. I used to have one that came in regularly to Office Depot, and I could smell him from about 10 feet away. Because a lot of the chemicals go out through your sweat. And anyway, Rick Bradley says on a dare, Sam explores an old house that supposedly was the scene of the grisly murder of a family. He found a little blue marble for proof he was there. After getting home and shining the marble under his light, faces could be seen, faces in horrible pain. But that's just his imagination, right? Find out in Rick Bradley's first published work, The Marvel, in the horror anthology The Nightmare Collective. You can pick that up at that site along with his other works. And R&D Gaming, the show where we talk about gaming from the point of view of an old school gamer and the view of a younger gamer and see how those views differ. Come join author Rick Bradley and his son Donovan, get well fast Donovan, as they discuss gaming throughout the years. Come ask any and all questions about the topic and let's have some fun exploring the huge world of gaming, coming soon to the Rising Tide Network. Yes. And Carl Wisman says, you mean this one, Donna? At lulu.com, check out the works of Donna Carlene. She's a great, great writer. I read, was it The Seduction of Lily Monroe? I really enjoyed that. Good work. And I need to pick up some more books from you then, it seems. And same with Carl Wisman. He's also a great, great writer who's doing more stuff. And talking to an indie publisher today who wants to take League of Impossibles to print because they adore the Kirby-inspired artwork. No Kickstarter required. Good for you, John B. Pica. Yay, you! Way to go, man. Proud of you. And Ollie Daniels, on a happy note, our library signing is set for February 26th. They're turning it into a local author fair with another better-known author who used to write for the local newspaper. Well, cool. Wish I could get something like that organized. I was at the public library here in Lafayette a few years ago. The last one, it was a pretty well organized affair, but they held it during one of their book sales, and nobody came in to see us because they could buy like a grocery bag full of books for $5, come in, and we're charging full prices for ours. And they're like, no, I'll read the cheap crap first. Oh, well. So anyway, and it's about that time. Don't die. Do errands for Cookie. Thank you, Carl Witzman. And Nick Tucker and I am working on my new weekly Patreon exclusive blog, Cyber Tacto. Oh, I'm looking forward to reading that. I really am. And John B. Pike, I bought a branding manager on board to help us secure a network sponsor for Back of the Cereal Box. I need one of those. I really do. I talked to somebody a while back, but the contract read like they wanted to seize the rights to the shows. And I'm like, no, I'm not ready to do that. Not at all. And because they could like fire the host and get a real one. My Dan was really hoping we don't get ignored and everyone just shows up to see him. Happened about 5 years ago. Oh, lovely covers. Oh, it's my turn for B. Good luck to you. Yeah. And a lot of people have COVID and flu together. I read an article because I never leave the house. I don't experience life firsthand. This was like over the weekend and said it's pretty low right now, but I could see where it'd get a little bit more vigorous as time went on. So, wow, poor people. And Sarah, I have endless job opportunities to do exactly what I like because of how many people have left jobs. That's the purpose of this trip to Toontown. Well, good luck, hon. And hey, why can't I get video or sound trying Win95 Fix It? Eek. Well, everybody else seems to be getting us. CKOEPB.com for a great free newsletter every month on the 25th of every month. Check it out and check her out on Amazon. Russ Exposed Studio. It's just been nuts. Working on Xeno 99 Titan, Ashes of Redemption. My card game, working 60 hours. Lost my cat, working on a charity comic. Yeah, but other than that, Russ, what are you doing? Get off your lazy butt and get something accomplished, will you? Good Lord. Anyway, and good luck, Sarah. That's from all of us. Thank you, Carl. And Russ Explode, I had flu B and Omicron, but I had my flu shot and my COVID shot, so it wasn't bad. Good. Pretty much body aches and cold symptoms. Well, good. That's good to hear. Oh, that's a relief. And that fine is a federal fine for copyright violations. That's right. Yeah, the 25,000 and also 6 months in prison. So anyway, Cindy Cap says, yay, that worked. Mostly now you're roboting. Facebook is being a punk. Then come over to the dork side here on YouTube. We're much nicer here. And plus I had nerve burns in my back right after I caught, so it was uber pain in my back with being sick. Oh man. Well, you've been through the ringer there. Well, Russ, I'm glad you're better now, dude. Seriously. And my wonderful task tonight at the evening job, should things be slow, rearrange the monster cooler. That's if I don't get another burst of inspiration on the Rockstar story, says Molly Daniels. So check her out. Go to her workplace. Make her crazy. And Monica says, if you really need that music, get permission to use it in writing. Yeah, definitely. There are some people that let you do it just for the credit. But sometimes you do have to pay for it. There is one piece of music from Todd Rundgren I love that I would love to use for my shows. And it's one of those, being like a Todd Rundgren song, I can chop it up into 4 different pieces and have enough for 4 different shows. So, but no, I have not taken the time to approach him. So, but anyway, I found good music on YouTube Studios, and the tablet does not play well with YouTube. Sorry, Cindy. And Will Schuyler has been required to get a negative test every 24 hours to return to work at Starbucks. That I understand. She's dealing with food. I want her to get that testing. I really do. And I'm sure she'll study the night before. And yeah, like when I said Blues Brothers music, I meant to type Blues Brothers type music. I realized I forgot to put in that part. That's right. You got to give me all the information and I can give you a better answer, Jake. But anyway, thank you for clearing that up. And so my phone is being slightly happier. Poor Cindy. And Sarah says, thanks, Carl. While others are working on getting home, I'm doing the opposite to gain more independence. I cheer on people who are in either goal to achieve their needs and wants. Well, Sarah, remember, you're close to your boyfriend if you live in Lafayette. You know what I'm saying? And everything's less expensive here than Illinois. Just saying. But anyway, no, I agree. Independence is so important. So good luck to you, Sarah. Keep me posted. All right. Oh, but Cindy Cap declares that you need more Santicide in your world. Available on Amazon and on Smashwords. And back in the Stereo Box Saturday morning at 8 a.m. Central, 9 a.m. Eastern. And Ski was before Mountain Dew. Really? I never heard of that before. Well, actually, I'd heard of it like a few years ago. There used to be there still is, there's a business in East Central Illinois that sells in exotic sodas. Almost had a chance to buy it about 15 years ago, but that was when the loan market collapsed. So just as well. But anyway, I didn't know that, John. See, now this is the learning place, and usually the one that learns is me. And Sarah says, I managed to sit down a minute to get into the chat. Makes me smile. Well, you make us smile that you're here, sweetheart. And go to patreon.com/Brian K. Morris for all the terrors you need. Working on editing the book, doing the final edit on chapter 2 today, working on the handbook for it. It's a project. And get Big Stumpy Robots from Nicholas Anthony Tucker available on Amazon. And great show. Bye, everyone. Carl Wisman, we'll talk to you later. Have a great rest of your day, my friend. Monica's Cheap and Easy says, my doctor told me lose weight or it'll be fatal. I drop cola, drink water, or unsweetened tea, and so far 35 pounds down. Well, good for you, Monica. Congratulations. Proud of you, hon. Gotta get with you sometime. Miss you. And Cindy Caps says Historical Fencing Guild, HFG, to its friends. It's on public every every Friday night at 7 p.m. on YouTube and the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. Dastardly Dingo's podcast is 6 p.m. on Tuesday in Central and Iowa time. It's 8 p.m. 7 p.m. on the East Coast, which extends all the way to Indiana. And definitely check out last night's episode. They continued their talk on creativity. It was an excellent episode. I think you'll enjoy listening to it because I sure did. And have a good morning, everyone. You too, Keisha Acuff. And check out her latest book on Amazon and buy several copies of it. And hubby is off to pick up pad thai and other goodies from our Thai truck. Ooh, Molly, that sounds good. And Nerd Culture is more fun on Saturday. Yes, Saturday and several other times during the week. Like tonight, they're going to have a show devoted to the Boba Fett program. But Saturday is, and I quote, noon Eastern. And go, John, go. Go, John, go. And Jake's Wonderful Illusions. Oh, by the way, I'm going to make you so jealous. I might be able to get free Super Bowl tickets. My dad flies the Bengals owners. If they win, I might get free tickets. Well, good for you. Good for you. Congratulations. And Monica's Cheap and Easy says, need to get moving for the day. Glad I was able to catch up with everyone. Glad you were here too, Monica. Had me worried for a minute because I saw Monica's Cheap and Easy and I'm like, oh my God, is that one of the bots from Russia? I forgot that was the name of your channel. So, and also, definitely check her out on Monica O'Leary on Amazon. I love you, Monica. And Cindy Get from This Was More Press Poster on Saturday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central. Check out Joe D. McPhee, part of the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. And Mr. Nicholas Anthony Tucker, there's his link to his Amazon empire. Check it out. And Jake's Wonderful Illusion, says Molly Daniels, if that works out, I will be jealous since we can only watch the Super Bowl by hooking up the computer to the TV. I only watch it for the commercials. Have for years. And Cindy Gibbs says CromCon the last weekend of the month, and check out comic-related madness early, often, and frequently. While you're at it, go to QuadCon Comic and Toy Show. Cool stuff. Check out the Cedar Rapids Comic and Toy Show on January 30th, 2022. And Cindy Kemp has her Animal Eye on You, says from the Decibel Small Press Publisher. Pick up this comic and her other books at CKOEPP.com. Also, bearpublications.com as well. And William Quinton, good morning to you, my friend. What's up? Reign of Ages issue 1 is funding on Kickstarter. 9 days left. All tiers include shipping within the U.S. and books ship next month. That is beautiful, beautiful. Check out Reign of Ages. That looks like a gorgeous book there. I hope it's doing well. And way to go, Monica, says Molly. And Cindy Keff says, an out of break. Don't forget to tip your host. Yay! Bring Cookie home. Sign for Rising Tide's newsletter at risingtide.pub. And then go get freelance words from patreon.com/CKOEPP. I'll catch up with y'all later. Anyway, Cindy, thank you. Cindy spends her time on her break from work promoting you guys and me. So please buy something from her, all right? And as a way of saying thank you to that great lady, Cindy, okay? And which teams do you want in the Super Bowl? I want the Beatles and the Rolling Stones. That's it. And Nicholas Tucker, Sarah, come across the cornfield to the Indiana we have. Cookie, singular, but she is worth it. Yeah, definitely. You would live closer to Cookie. What better lifestyle could you imagine? It certainly helped mine. But actually, we've got several places that have very, like I said, it's a little significantly, I should say, cheaper to live here than it was in Illinois. Certainly in Champaign, which you know about, Sarah. And we have several communities with a lot of available housing that are very safe. And we'd help you check it out. And plus, we can recommend a realtor to you, too. So, anyway, new art is showing up at deviantart.com/Nick T. Excellent. And hopefully they have Shakira do the halftime show again. Ooh la la. Jake, you and I are in total agreement on that, lady. I'm telling you, she is gorgeous. She is talented. She is everything a person should be. And they can't have her on all the time, but yeah, I would welcome her coming back. That's for sure. And Rick Bradley, everyone, take care and stay creative. You too, Rick. Hopefully, talk to you tonight, my man. If you're not feeling well, just let me know. We'll reschedule. And Molly Daniels, Jake's Wonderful Illusions. At this point, I don't know. Colts are out. I'm a fan of the Chiefs, though. I don't even know who's playing. I just know that I think it was weekend before last that there were two games where if the underdog won each of them, that the two that would go on to the Super Bowl could just drop to their knees for the whole game, let the clock run out, and they'd still make it to the Super Bowl. And it turned out that both teams did make it. Both underdog teams did win. So it was a shoe-in for those teams that won. But I don't know who they are because I don't watch football and I don't care. Anyway, because football's fixed. Football is fixed. Only professional wrestling is real. Pardon me. So, I'm choking on that lie there. Anyway. Oh, one more. And with that, we're out of coffee, which means I need more. So, anyway, I think it's time to call this. And there's a rumor there will be 3 streakers at the Super Bowl. How do you know this? There's always a danger of Super Bowl streakers. It has been for 45 years. It'll happen to the Oscars. It'll happen everywhere. And Will Schuyler says, all right, folks, I'm going to work. Have a great day. We'll get to and from safely, darling. Mwah, we love you. And thank you for promoting us. We do appreciate it so very much. Have a great day, Willow. We love you. And check out what Willow does on the pillow on the Hang with the Web Show Network and also Cryptid Crunch on the Back of the Cerealbox Network on YouTube. They're wonderful. And let's see. Here we go. YouTubers are talking about doing it this year. Hope they arrest every one of them. Hope they shoot them. Anyway, but only someplace sensitive. Anyway, shoot them in the hair. But anyway, that's a... It's not watch one of them get shot and everybody will blame me. Brian said to shoot him. That's what you get for listening to Brian. But anyway, we're glad you did listen to Brian for the last 90 minutes. And we hope you are looking forward to having a great day, and we hope this last 92 minutes of silliness will help you get through the rest of your hump day. And be safe, everyone says, when Nicholas Anthony Tucker, the winds of changes are blowing, including my garbage cans. Oh, well. They're changing them from your garbage cans to someone else's garbage cans. Nick, I know what you mean. And have a great day. You too, sweetheart. Mwah. Molly Daniels, have a great day. Check her out on Amazon, too. Also, check out the work of Kinsey Michaels. So, but yeah, winds and changes are blowing, Nick. They're going, they're blowing in our favor. Trust me, they are. Oh, and by the way, I need to get one more date to you and Amanda that I just booked. Okay. That cryptid talk between us. Could something be brewing that would help my fellow authors? Could be. Could be. Anyway, thanks to Nick and Amanda Tucker. Love you guys. And I love all of you. Thank you very much. And I don't mean that in an emotional way, but kind of a cheap and tawdry you-porn sort of way. But anyway, seriously, folks, thank you for being here. We do appreciate it. And we also appreciate Jeffrey Hayes and Plasma Fire Graphics for sponsoring this episode, as they always do. Plasma Fire Graphics, when the look of your book matters to you. You know, I look at those covers on that last card there, and I'm like, wow, those are amazing. And if you want an amazing book cover on your book, then definitely get in touch with Plasma Fire Graphics. You can check out their work on their Facebook page, and then go to plasmafiregraphics.com, where you can contact Jeffrey Hayes directly and request his rate card. They are very indie creator friendly. Trust me. It's plasmafiregraphics.com, when the look of your book matters to you, because it definitely matters to your readers. And people that matter to us are our Patreon subscribers. Thank you all so very much for your support. Without you, the rising tide would have a harder time rising for everyone. You help make a lot of this possible. And if you want to help them with some of their pages, because a lot of these people are offering stuff to you for your monthly support, and it's all cool stuff. I'm supporting a number of these people myself. And you can find out who they are by going to their individual pages. If you want to find out what I will give you in return for your support, go to www.patreon.com/Brian K. Morris. We just published, was it last weekend? We published chapter 28 of The Terrors. 3 more to go. And will I finish editing before I finish serializing it on my Patreon page? Good question. But anyway, please check it out. We appreciate your monthly support. Even $1 makes a huge difference. And if you want to see your name on that card, then you definitely want to check it out. And we are powered by the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. Check us out 7 days a week of information and illumination. And later today will be John Celestri on Dr. John, the original gangster. And then tomorrow we've got tomorrow we've got the Cigar Show with Ted and Carl, Ted Davies and Carl Witzman. That's always entertaining. And then Comic Book Spectrum at 7 p.m. Eastern, followed by Stupid O'Clock at 9 p.m. with Joe Dog McKeel and his very, very funny friends, followed by Last Man Standing at 11 p.m. with Dan Hollifield. Always a good time. Then we'll be back Friday with a new episode live of Never Mind the Furthermore. And we will have special guest CARA NICOLE on there with us for an hour or so. Always a good time with CARA. she's funny, she's intelligent, she's beautiful, and she's always got something going. And that's what I love about her. She's always got projects on the hopper. And she's a great example for a lot of us. So please tune in Friday morning and bring your questions. I'm sure she's got something that'll help you out. And let's see. And thanks for making us feel used and tawdry, Brian. Well, I'm glad to, man. If I can do anything to cheapen our friendship, I'm more than happy to go out of my way to do it, Nick. No, seriously, I love you, dude. I seriously love a lot of you. And apparently the Facebook badges are showing up with Spanish descriptions. Is it just me? Wow. I get that occasionally at the YouTube where it's like translating like into Hindu or something, and I'm like, I can't tell what's going on. And no cigar show until March, folks. Is that what Ted told you? Do you really believe him, Carl? I thought you were doing one next week. Anyway, William Quinton is the best advice you'll hear all day. Hit the like button, everyone. William, thank you very much. And check his new book, Rain, R-A-Y-N-E, on Kickstarter. That looks beautiful. And if it's half as good as 47 Furious Tales, it's going to be a blockbuster. Seriously, check out William Quinton's work on Kickstarter. And thank you for being here, William. And thank you all for being here. Appreciate you all. And we're going to sign off now and get some stuff done for Cookie. And maybe for me too. Who knows? It could happen. I could definitely need another pot or two of coffee. But anyway, folks, we hope you have a great hump day. Don't forget, it's new comic book day. Coupons are in the newspaper for savings at your local grocery. It's just a great day. And it's a little cold in some places, but we can heat it up, right? Anyway, hope you all have a super, super day. And we are so, so happy that you joined us this morning. We'll be back Friday morning again at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central with the beautiful and talented CARA NICOLE, the AZ Powergirl. Check us out on Friday. We're looking forward to seeing you. Please bring your questions. And until then, and always, stay smart, stay safe. Wash your hands and never apologize for being awesome. Have a great day, everyone. We'll talk to you tomorrow night on Comic Book Spectrum and on Friday morning on a brand new Never Mind the Furthermore. Have a great Wednesday, everyone.
Thank you for watching Never Mind the Furthermore, a Rising Tide Broadcast Network production. If you enjoyed any part of this show, please give it a like or a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Also, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and consider becoming one of our Patreon supporters. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time on Never Mind the Furthermore.
From author Brian K. Morris comes a tale of irreverent holiday horror, told with much inappropriate humor. Dr. Victor Frankenstein creates the spirit of giving himself. Ho, ho, ho! Santa-Stein, or the post-holiday Prometheus. Available at Amazon.com. Get your copy today.
Hi, I am Joe D. McPhee. I am the host of From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher, and I want to cordially invite you to watch our show, Saturdays at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. On our show, we will have different guests as well as talk about the comic book industry and pop culture. And every so often, I might actually do a drawing session or a 3D rendering session every here and there. So once again, I want to invite you to watch From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher right here on the broadcast channel that you're looking at, whether it be Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Hope to see you there, and make certain that you catch From the Desk of a Small Press Publisher at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thanks.
Author Cindy Kep is writing on the edge. Books include Remnant in the Stars, The Loudest Actions, Lines of Succession, Mindstorm, Condemned Courier, the Yerushalayim series, and Animal Eye. Find author Cindy Kep at CKOEPP.com today.
Hey, yo, Pops here. Are you looking to be on Monday Madness? Is Monday no good? Do you need a special edition? Are you looking to be on the first timer spotlight on for you new guys? Launch parties, countdowns, CromCon Monthly. We got it all right here at the Madness Comic Network, providing online promotional services for the indie comic community and proud sponsor of
Comic Books for Kids provides comic books to kids in hospitals and cancer centers across the U.S. It's a place where we can all work together to make sure every child has a comic book. 100% of all proceeds go towards the kids. It's about making a difference, and while they're in the hospital, allowing them to fly like a superhero, battle dragons, or rescue teddy bears. We are in every state in the country and now support over 160 hospitals. Every month, we add more.
Visit cb4k.org.
Southwest of Chicago, there is a small, secluded cemetery known as Bachelors Grove, and it is one of the most haunted places in the United States. Author Brian K. Morris brings you a collection of writings that will help you navigate this ghostly graveyard, if you dare. The Haunting Scripts of Bachelors Grove is available now on Amazon.com. Get your copy today.
Stormgate Press presents a collection of 7 new short stories from today's leading authors and illustrators in the new pulp genre. Experience courageous two-fisted heroes and their intrepid and often dangerous exploits. From dark, watery depths to high-flying heights, these fantastic tales span the globe and take the reader on fast-paced adventures in classic pulp style. Take a seat as we pull back the curtain on days gone by. With edge-of-your-seat storytelling in the vein of Golden Age era pulp fiction. This is Pulp Reality. Available now from Stormgate Press on Amazon.com.
From author Brian K. Morris comes an epic tale of armor forged by a god, a hero forged by courage, and an ancient menace poised to re-emerge and threaten our world. Volcana, Rebirth of the Champion, is available on Amazon.com. Get your copy today.